Hey guys, welcome back to Revved Up with Mike. Today we're going to attempt to install a universal seatbelt harness bar in the back of this 2013 Fiat 500 Abarth. And there's been a lot of questions about this. As a matter of fact, I had this question, will it work? One thing I discovered is do not go with a 49-inch universal bar. They just are going to be too big. But I did discover a 48-inch on eBay and on Amazon, and I'll leave links in the description below. Now this one is a nice powder coated red bar. You're gonna have to do some modification for sure, and you may have to mount the mounting points backwards, and I'll show you what I mean by that. It's just a very tight fit in these cars, and if you take a measurement with your covers over your B-pillars, it's not going to be correct. You're going to think it's not going to fit, but I believe there is room. So let me show you what I'm working with here. Okay, so I've pulled these covers off each side. I haven't touched anything else in this area yet. So what we need to do, and I do have a racing harness on the other side. I'm not going to be using a racing harness yet on the passenger side until we get another racing seat. So we're going to take these Torx bolts out, and these are a, let me make sure I quote right, a T50, and they'll fit right in there. We're going to take the seatbelt harness out, and this is what we're going to be bolting to this bracket here, but we're not going to bolt it in this way. We're going to bolt it in this way. Okay, you're going to have a little retaining washer right here. Keep that on. I'm just going to let all this slide down, and what we're going to find is we have a rivet right here. Now this rivet is probably, I'm going to guess, be in our way. So something I want to mention as we're getting ready to undrill or to drill out this rivet right here is that this bar would fit back farther quite easily. There's a mounting point where your rear seat's kind of hooked into. But I don't want the distance that far. A lot of people do that, but really, I consider it an unsafe option if you're going to do any track work with your car. You want this close to your back seats. You don't want a big distance between the belt and the seat holes. So that's why I'm doing this. That's option B if this doesn't work, but let's hope this works. Go. Okay, so we pull that plate out, and now, if you're hanging there, now we have room to work here, and we can put a spacer in here, which will in turn, I'll show you what I'm doing here, which will in turn bring this back to, so we can dial in our spacing for the bar so it's correct on each side. So we should be good there. Let's give this a gentle tug, and we can pull that right out. All right, so now we get creative when we take out the grinder, and we grind some space out on each side, and hopefully between the two, a little bit, gives us enough to work with. Universal fit means modification. Okay guys, bar is in, and we have enough to fit our hand, about the width of our hand, this way, on each side between the windows, and a little bit room for adjustment, not much, but I made sure to keep the bars almost parallel here with the back seat, so we're pretty close. We're pretty close to where we need to be. We need to tighten these down a little more here, and then we'll tighten in our bolts, and we should be good to go. This end, I'm going to screw this all the way down for now. Reverse threaded. Okay, there's that. And where are we on this one? Oh, we got it, guys. On this side, we got it. Okay. Let me show you what I'm working with here. So here is our seat bolt, and just going to the outside gave me enough room to actually go to that. So we'll have our adjustment for the bar up and down. Very cool. So we have this one ready to go in. I just got to find a bolt for this. Apparently I misplaced one. Well, the other side is in. This harness is almost installed. Okay guys, we got it all installed. And now we're just going to tighten up everything. We have a proper harness. It's not way in the back. That is the proper height that is adjustable up and down. Now, you guys might find that you might need to do something a little bit different. I just wanted to show that it can be done. Well, I don't know, I had to run to the store, but in about an hour's time, I guess you could say. Now this seatbelt will be gone in the future. This is just in case the wife needs a ride in the car. Racing harness on this side in the future. So nice and tight. Okay guys, I'm hooking up the harness bar, and I realize that you guys probably aren't aware how to do this. So I'm going to show you really quick, and I'm going to leave this one loose for right now. And so we're going to remove these clips, and just how they come is usually how you set them up, but let's get this out of here, and I'll show you how I do my alignment. So you take the clip off, and there's a logo right here, and usually these logos are placed as a guide, or you can set it right there on the edge of your seat, and you still have enough adjustment in the front. So I'm going to slide this one out all the way up here. Let's see where this one is right there. That's about right there, and that's down a little bit right there. So try to get this pretty close here, like that. Run it under the bar and up through. Pull this to where about the same distance here. Yep. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to run it back through the hook. Try to keep these just about equal. And then we take this again here, run it back through. There's only one way you can really do it, so through, pull that, and then as an anti-slip precaution, we take it back through one more time. And we do it just like this. Okay. So after we're done, we're left with something that looks a bit like this. Different tightnesses, different preferences. So then what I like to do, now at this point, what I do is I like to roll these up This is, I don't want to pull it back too far, but what I like to do is take this, start it like this, big enough to get a zip tie through. And I like to roll it just like this. And I roll mine up. Some people roll theirs down. This is just how I like to do it. And kind of like that. And I take a zip tie. And I zip tie it. Like so. It kind of hangs like that. And I do the same with this one. Just like so. And then, when that's like that, you can actually tighten it up and just move your zip tie forward to take out any looseness you want taken out. Like so. As long as you don't over tighten it, you're good to rock and roll. It's almost like a little ratchet strap. The excess. Straighten everything out. And that's it. Okay guys, that is it. It is installed and I think it looks pretty darn good. Took a little fabbing, but it worked out nice. Really just a little bit of grinding on the back of that B-pillar. Everything else went into place really easy, and I don't mind being your guinea pig. At least now we have a proper bar that's mounted behind the seat, and not the only other option would have been to mount it way back here, and as you can see that would have been a long run. But you want this as close to parallel as you can, but the belts do fit nice, and they look good. They look good. And we have a functioning belt over here on the passenger side as well, and everything's using really high strength bolts, washers, everything, so it's not going to go anywheres. Yeah, I bet you that stiffens up the chassis quite a bit too. There's a lot of pressure on these bars, a lot of pressure. Go around here. There's our seat. Got to clean everything up. And there's this view. That's what we got going on there. All right, it's coming along nicely. All right, guys, if you could smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, and once again, thanks for watching Rev It Up with Mike, and we'll be coming back soon with a new exhaust upgrade. All right, stay tuned for that. Bye.